We are in Washington, D.C. Tonight, Kamala Harris is going to be addressing a big rally right here in Washington, D.C. She's going to be talking to Americans and making her last pitch, her last sort of set of arguments, which has been called as closing argument by her campaign staff. Now, this event will be attended by more than 25,000 people, is what we've been told by the campaign. A lot of people walking in, as you can see probably behind me. The rally is going to start at about 7 p.m. Eastern. But this is a very important event. The reason being, we're only 1 week away from the election, and most independent voters have still not made up their minds. If you look at all the polls that have come through, the race is essentially tied. 2 days ago, Donald Trump made his case at the Madison Square Garden in New York City, where he made his final pitch. But tonight is the night when Kamala Harris gets to come to literally a block away from the White House. The White House, what is she running for? And make a case and appeal to all Americans that she is the best candidate to win in this election cycle. And right behind me, you can see throngs of people walking towards the ellipse. On this side right there, that is where White House is, right over that red building that you see. You know, that's if you go through that street, that's where White House is. This is the White House executive building right here. And you could see a lot of people now finally walking towards this big rally. This is the big closing arguments rally here in Washington, D.C. You could also see Washington Monument right there. One of the biggest events here in this election campaign. This has been billed as closing arguments. Now, what does it actually mean? It actually means that Kamala Harris is basically reaching out to every American through this rally in the last week of the election, trying to make sure that she can make a case for herself. And as you can see, there is merchandising. People are selling stuff for Vice President Kamala Harris, and people are buying stuff here right now. I mean, you could probably see a lot of people trying to get into the rally with these T-shirts and these hats. How much are we selling this for? Does anybody know? How much are you selling the T-shirts for? $20. So these are essentially 20, and the hats, $10. Okay, so $10 and $20. Okay, and there are pins for Vice President Kamala Harris. This is all happening right here in Washington, D.C. right now. This is a very interesting one. It says Kamala Harris for president, and you can see the military camouflage as the background. So people walking in right now. And what we'll try to do is we'll try to talk to some of the people who are walking in and try to speak to them about their mood as to what they think about this race and also about Vice President Kamala Harris. This is called as the roving anti-Trump Save Democracy True bandwagon, and you see all these pins here right now. The colors, as we call it, from the campaign trail here in America. That's a lot of people walking towards the rally right now. It's billed as one of the biggest rallies to take place in DC after a long time. And remember, Vice President Kamala Harris actually went to college here in Washington, D.C. She went to Harper University, and here I think we'll try to see if we could talk to some of the campaign people that will look here and see if they can point us in the right direction. So this is on the barricades right here at the rally where people are in. I mean, this is being put on the barricades right here. A lot of people taking pictures of it. Some of the people here and ask them what they think about the race, why people should be. Hi, would you be willing to talk? I'm sorry, would you be willing to talk? I see Howard. Sure. Hello, ma'am. What do you think about Vice President Kamala Harris?
We're here to support our auntie, our bison auntie. Big Howard. She's gonna win, and when she wins, we'll support times 10.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that you've got Howard on that. That's where she studied from. Yeah. So, what are you telling people? Why should people vote for Kamala Harris?
Vote for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is for the people, and we need her. We don't need the other person. We don't need that. We need Kamala. Yes, she's for us.
What would you tell, ma'am, to people who are still thinking to vote for Trump?
For people who are still thinking about voting for Trump, are you really interested in your kids, growing up in a country that is not for you, a country that would support the ideals of one man, a certain demographic of people, the top 1%, the billionaires, the millionaires, not the regular working class? Is that who you really want to vote for? Is that the United States you want your children and your children's children to grow up in?
Thank you so much for speaking with us. We've heard rumors that she probably would be coming to Harvard University on Tuesday, November 5th. Is that true? Have you heard anything?
I've heard, but I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see.
Okay, all right. Good luck, guys. So, you dress as Uncle Sam. What are you telling people?
Support the First Amendment, and we want democracy and the Constitution. We're voting for Kamala.
You don't want no Trump?
No, Trump is going to take out the Justice Department, the FBI, and take control of the Fed, and the military generals are his, not the U.S. military.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
So, ma'am, how do you feel about the election? And then just tell us about the rally. I see it says Harris Walls. What do you feel about the candidate? How strong are you feeling about this?
I'm so excited to be here. I love the candidate, and I think that today's speech could be historic. I think that what we're witnessing here, could go down in American history as a very large event. I have faith that she's going to win this.
The election is only 7 days away. How are you feeling as a supporter of the Democratic Party?
I am making the transition now from terrified to hopeful and excited.
And one last question. What excites you about Kamala Harris?
Oh, I agree with her policies. She's a strong leader. She's going to bring us forward in the direction that we need to go.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. So cool.
Okay. All right, so we'll start with all of you guys then. So, just walk us through emotions right now. What are you feeling right now?
Super excited. This is really awesome to see this many people coming out for a candidate that they're willing to support.
And, just in terms of, the race is really tight. What do you think? You think she can win?
I hope that she can win. I think that what she is standing for is something really important, especially for younger generations. So I really hope so.
Okay. All right. Ma'am, if I were to ask you the same question, how are you feeling right now about the rally? I see thousands of people coming here. It's really exciting, right?
It's very exciting. Just about as exciting as the Women's March.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. That's impressive. What is that is exciting the Democratic base right now? I mean, it's a very tight race. So this speech will be watched by millions. What are you expecting to hear from Vice President Kamala Harris?
I'm really expecting to hear more of her positive remarks about how the country can move forward, and I'm just really getting sick and tired of all of the negativity, and I'm really excited about her.
Okay. And ma'am, do you think the country is ready to move on from Donald Trump?
Oh, we've been ready forever. Yes, for sure.
If you were to give a message to his supporters right now, what would you tell him?
Well, because this is America, I wouldn't tell them anything. They're going to vote who they vote for.
Okay.
But I believe in my heart that people are going to also vote their conscience. When they get into that booth and women's husbands don't know how they're voting, I personally am a registered Republican all my life.
Oh, wow.
But I have not voted, and I never would vote for Donald Trump or a J.D. Vance, okay? We deserve better, and it's not just for this country, it's for the world. The world deserves better, right?
All right. Thank you so much. That was helpful, guys. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Thank you. So there you heard from, some of the people here that's saying this is just not a vote for America. This is the vote for the world. Hi, can I talk to you guys?
Hey, of course.
So it says another nasty woman against Trump. Explain that.
I'm a nasty woman against Trump. I don't know what to say.
Is this because he calls
Yes.
people that he doesn't like nasty? Okay. Now, you're pretty young guys. Is this your first time voting or?
Yes! Well, this is our first time voting for a presidential election. Yeah.
Okay.
But we have voted before.
You have voted before.
Yeah, I voted in 2020. I voted in 2020.
I also voted.
It's not my first time voting in the presidential election. I
And
voted for Joe Biden.
so your first election
It's my first
and your first election. We obviously know your hair. Are you do you know? Have you made up your mind you're voting for? I'm assuming it's.
Yeah, I already have mailed in my ballot.
And are you from DC or are you mailed in a different state?
No, I mailed in from Massachusetts.
Okay, well, pretty blue
Pretty
state,
blue.
yeah. So what are you guys expecting to hear from the vice president today?
I think just wanting to confirm why we're voting for her and feeling like getting the momentum going into the turnout that we want in this election.
Are you nervous at all
I'm not nervous. What, for today or for the election?
for the election?
Manifesting that we're not nervous.
What about you, sir?
I guess I am, but I think deep down I know that she's gonna win. I don't know why. I just feel really confident that she's gonna win, and I just think at the end of the day, don't look at the polls, just vote and just do the work, and we'll win.
Any message for all independents out there who haven't decided to vote yet or
Make a
picked up their
decision.
candidate?
Make a decision. A vote for anyone other than Kamala is a vote for Trump. So don't do that.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Right now we're standing at the Constitution Avenue here in Washington, D.C. And everybody who's been here knows this very important street that connects the Capitol Hill on that side to to White House on this side, and there's Washington Monument right behind me, as you can see. Lines are forming. Something that Donald Trump talks a lot about is lines and crowd size, and as you can see, people are still coming in. This is two hours before the rally is supposed to begin, and you could see a lot of people have gathered here to listen to Vice President Kamala Harris in what has been described as a historic speech. The reason being, if she gets elected on next Tuesday, this rally would go down as one of the most historic rallies ever to take place in Washington, D.C. A lot of people even surprised that she picked Washington, D.C. for her last arguments in this presidential election. But I think she understood, the campaign understands, that this could be a very, very historic campaign. So Vice President Kamala Harris is about to speak in 2 hours from now, and we'll keep bringing you the updates right here from the center in Washington, D.C.